So starting with, who are Sindhis? The Indian Sindhis were considered to be a refugee group which settled in India during the partition of 1947. It is a socio-economic minority group. The Sindhi language is identified under the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India. Talking about deterritorialism of the community. During the partition, Bengal and Punjab was divided between the nations and even parts of Assam were shared. But Sindh, it stayed with Pakistan. The Sindhi community had to leave behind their historic land. They were ripped off of their wealth, status, respect, property, home, family, and everything they were attached to. They lost their land, but they held close to their culture and traditions. Now, these refugees were treated differently. The Hindu Sindhis ate meat, their dress up resembled Pakistani Sufi culture, and they worshipped the Guru Granth Sahib instead of any Hindu deities. They wrote in Sindh the Arabic script. They were greeted with disrespect and bias wherever they tried to settle. Housing became a major problem for them. Growing up, every Sindhi kid has heard stories from their grandparents on how they survived losing their culture, their homeland, and how they still did not decide to give up, instead establish their culture again. And a living example of that is hospitals like Hinduja and colleges like Jai Hind. These were established during the period of 1950 to 1980s when the concept of corporate philanthropy did not even exist and there were no corporate houses like the Tata and Ambani's. Even today, it's difficult to find a Sindhi household where Sindhi speaking by every member of the house is not ubiquitous. Not just the language, the traditions, festivals and culture is still celebrated in every household. My friend once told me that her grandfather told her that both her grandfather and her great-grandfather were vegetable vendors. And it surprised her how both of them managed to create such a big empire starting from such a low point. Her grandfather then told her that the art of saving was very essential in one's life, which their community diligently followed and still does. And for the very same reason they are mocked of being stingy. I'll tell you about the case of Bhatnagar versus Union of India. This case dates back to 2005, wherein Sanjeev Bhatnagar challenged the Union of India to remove the word Sindh from the national anthem of India, citing the reason that it is a territory of the enemy state and that it hurts the sovereignty of our country. He believed that Sindh should be replaced with Kashmir. This hurted the sentiments of the Hindu Sindhis and the petition was challenged by the community headed by Honorable Advocate Mr. Ram Jethmalani. The community argued that it wasn't just a mere religion, but it gave rise to the entire Indus Valley civilization, the civilization from which both Sindhu and Hindu got derived their names. Their culture was more than just ethnicity, language or name. The same was argued by Mr. Jethmalani. They speak for every member of the community when they say that how much pride they take when they hear the word Sindh in the national anthem. After losing everything they built, is it right to take away this from their community too? The unsettling settlement of the Sindhi community must feel like a tale to some, but it's the only community which has managed to protect its heritage and culture without even belonging to this land.